this love and all this time we put into this thing. You hit me with the line saying maybe it's me, tired of living in misery. I done gave you all the love I have. I done gave you all the love I have. You don't appreciate me, you complain all the time, and it's never enough, and I'm just not enough for you. I done gave you all the love I have. I done gave you all the love I have. You don't appreciate me, you complain all the time, and it's never enough, and I'm just not enough for you. Ooh, baby, baby, why you wanna play games with me? Oh, love is patient, kind, and love is so sweet. You're playing games with me. Said love is patient, kind, and love is so sweet. Oh, I done gave you all the love I have. I done gave you all the love I have. You don't appreciate me, you complain all the time, and it's never enough, and I'm just not enough. I done gave you all the love I have. I done gave you all the love I have. You don't appreciate me, you complain all the time, and it's never enough, and I'm just not enough for you. Time to worry about me.
So, like, tell everybody about yourself.
Okay.
Because when I was
Well,
trying to Google you, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to let her tell everybody like about herself.
okay. Well, I go by Lex Deveaux, and I've been singing since the age of 3. I have
Okay.
been living in Tampa since the age of 9, but since living in Tampa, my mom has always been like persistent with making sure that she kept me in like performing arts programs, like elementary, middle, high school. I graduated from Blake High School out of the chorus program and music theory, and then after that, I started to do like little local gigs singing covers around Tampa with different bands like in 2013. And then finally, like I would have my moments where I was like on and off. But finally, last year, I released my first project in April of 2019 entitled Free. And that was a big step for me because I uh, always made excuses as to why I didn't want to have like my own music out there. Um, like I just was like stopping myself. But finally, I took the big leap of faith and I finally released my first project last year, which that was like one of the best feelings ever. And then this year during COVID, I had a lot of personal things going on. I started working from home. It just was a lot because I'm not a work from home type of person. I like to have my social interactions, and that is how evolving came into place. Being in the house, it really spiked my creativity, and I would write and go to the studio with my producer Ryan Copeland, who is super awesome, and he encouraged me, and that's how evolving came into place. And the reason why I named it evolving is because just compared to my first project, this compared to free, I just feel like as an artist I've evolved and I've grown so much in the last year.
Cool. So when you're looking for producers, what's something that you look for in a producer?
I look for someone who knows how to like, who knows like my sound. I like neo soul, like soulful sounds, and it's kind of hard to find that. Like it's kind of hard for me to find like someone to connect with like that. And so Ryan, he would reach out to me like all the time, like, "Hey, let's work. When we gonna work?" And I just was like, and then COVID came, and then we finally met up, and it just was like he would play
It
like
was
some.
destiny.
It was just like it just everything was just flowed like effortlessly, and yeah, I look for good vibes, like something that like soon as like they play like the beat or the song for me, I just instantly like lyrics just go running through my head like a computer just like it just goes through like fast.
I think COVID made us all step out our comfort zone
Yeah, for
and
sure.
gave us the courage to do things that we normally wouldn't have done because of the fact that, like, I know the elders always told us that out of mind is the devil's playground. So
Yeah.
it could either go one way, like either we can do good things and make good come out of it, or it can make the bad come out of it. But with COVID, a lot of people looked at it negatively. For me, I think I like to see the good come out of it. It brought us a lot closer and made us do a lot of good things. So you said it made you step out on your faith. And that's what I was gonna ask you. Like with your album, I heard a lot of clarity. Explain about that because that's pretty much what I heard. It's like a lot of hurt. Like who hurt you, sis? That's what I want to find
So
out. Like who car we
I-
gotta go key up because it sounds like bro really hurt your feelings.
yes, he really so I've the guy that I'm in a relationship with, we're still together. We just went through like a lot this year. And I know like in my
Oh,
first
so you
EP,
took him back.
I done took your ass back. So we went through a lot. I'm not gonna go into the details, but I will say in my first EP, I wrote a whole love song entitled "Woman." It was like 4 minutes long. I feel like that's like the best song that I wrote. And then a year later, it was a whole nother story. Um, we just he just did a lot of things to hurt me, but he had to fight really hard to get me back. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so we were like broken up for like 3, 4 months, and I did put him through the ringer. Like, you got to work for this, and he still is. So,
Okay. Long. Okay. Because I was just listening to it like, mm, this made me feel kind of like some Lettucey, Adele.
hey, look, the
Like
heartbreak songs are the best for us.
I
Okay.
was like, well, I gotta go do a Dewey's run, get some candles. Like I don't know whether I want to cry or go cut some tires. Like rip some photos type
Yep.
thing. Like who hurt sis? Because that's all I heard through her.
I can't say when I was in the studio recording All the Love I Have, like I literally was in the booth, like in tears. And I don't know if you can hear it in the first verse, like my voice was all shaky. And I was like, Ryan, I think I should do this like another time. He's like, no, they need to hear the emotion in your voice. Like, we gonna keep this take. And I was like, okay.
You definitely heard it. Like I was just wondering, like that was her. So he was definitely right about that one. So that's why I was just wondering, like, what was really going on with that. That's why I
Yeah.
definitely wanted to know. So go ahead and tell me, like, what was your worst heartbreak? You ain't gotta relate today now, but like, what's your worst heartbreak ever? Because I always ask my neo soul singers this. I asked the last girl who I wrote this like interview. So I'm gonna ask you, what was your worst heartbreak ever? Because y'all be putting it into your songs.
So I think my worst heartbreak was just like finding out that, like, thinking that everything was all good and you putting all your love into something, and then you find out, like, wow, like I've been being faithful to this person all these years and we've been doing all of this fun stuff together, and then someone comes to you as a woman and tells you all of these things. So I'd say that was like my worst heartbreak.
Yeah, that does stink a little bit when you
Yeah.
be thinking it's sweet and then they just come to you be like, ooh.
And you'd be like, oh, who is this person? So I'd say that was my worst heartbreak. I've gone through like a couple heartbreaks though.
No, I think that'll probably like take the cake. Go ahead and describe for me like how was your first show? Like describe the feelings when you finally like got the courage to go ahead and step out on faith, and then you was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it because you described like how you went from the beginning to like, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Like describe those feelings till you build up like you doing your first show to like where you are now. Go ahead and describe that for me.
Like my first show just ever in life.
Like your first show when you said you was like doing gigs and doing covers to like you performing your own music.
Okay.
Like describe that feeling.
So when I used to do gigs like back in like 2013 and stuff, I was always like a nervous wreck. So I'd sing with my eyes closed. I'd stand like all stiff and stuff. Like I just wasn't really that confident in myself. Fast forward to when I released my project last year and it was like my own music and I'm like singing my own lyrics and stuff. I think it was like a combination of me working on my confidence and loving myself. That has helped me with my stage presence. So it's like now when I perform my own music, like I'm doing audience participation, I'm making everybody dance with me. Hey, y'all clap y'all hands, like, sing the lyrics, I'm gonna sing something, y'all sing it back. So then versus now, it's like night and day, like a total 180.
What did you think took you to get to that point? Was it just like practice? It was like you had to look because like I hear the confidence now and the growth. What was that spark? Because something had to click in there for you. Because you done had some trauma and everything else. Like what was that spark for you? You had to like get to that growth and that elevation. What was it that clicked for you?
I think I just like, I literally feel like I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? If I can sit here and be in college full time and work for these people full time, then it's just time for me to invest in myself and take myself seriously. Because if I don't take myself seriously with my music, then nobody else will. So I think it was just me because I'm very passionate about singing. I love music. It just was like, I swear, just like a random day, I woke up and something just clicked and was like, you know what, Alexis, you got this. You got a beautiful voice. You're intelligent. You're smart. You can write. Go ahead and take that extra leap of faith. Go ahead and invest in yourself and stop sitting around and, you know, thinking that something's going to happen and I'm not doing anything to make it happen. So literally, it was just like, I literally woke up one day and was like, you know what? I'm not going to stop no more. I'm going to keep going.
All right, I can respect that. Have you performed elsewhere, like in other
Like else.
cities, like other
Um,
cities?
just done stuff like locally here in Tampa. But I would love to perform in other cities though. So I'm pretty sure that
Okay.
that'll come soon.
Okay.
I've done stuff in like St. Pete. Um, I've done stuff in West Palm Beach. So yeah, I did something in West Palm Beach. I don't know if you know the football player Anquan Bolden. He does
Yeah, I know
something
him.
in like Pahokee. He used to do something in Pahokee every year. I sang at like one of his like annual things. I've sung at like weddings. Um, I've done like stuff like that. But as far as like outside of the state of Florida, I haven't done anything like that.
Okay. I mean, I'm just trying to see if you spread your wings a little bit, but I wasn't sure.
They opening up a
So
little
what
bit. They opening up.
you open up a little bit? Okay, I'm just trying to check you out. Are you gonna do some like up tempo R&B? Have you got to that point yet or not?
Yeah, I'm working on something. Me and Ryan, we're still like I haven't stopped going to the studio, so I'm working on that. But as far as like at Art and Soul, um, something that's like a little more upbeat, I'll be doing my song Appointment, and that's pretty much just like a real good vibe. My best friend co-wrote that song for me. It's a little freaky, but hey, that's how we all got
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I was about to say some of your stuff was. I was gonna touch on that, but like, yeah, okay. So I was wondering because you remind me of Jelly from Philly. I was getting to that next, like, because I got the vibes. That's what I was gonna say. Like, what are we gonna expect come Art of Soul?
Come Art and Soul, just expect a good time, some audience participation. I'll be performing my one of the good songs is Appointment. I'll be performing that one. Like a few things off of the EP that I just released. But it's gonna be a good time. We gonna vibe out, we gonna dance, and we gonna have a good time.
Okay. And if you don't mind, just go ahead and give everybody your socials and your website and the name of your albums, please.
All right. So my name is Lex Deveaux. That's LexDeveaux, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and my music is on all streaming platforms: Apple, Spotify, Tidal, everywhere. So just be sure to check me out. And yeah, more to come.
All right, and y'all can go ahead and find Art and Soul on Eventbrite. And this is your girl, QueenKe. You can go ahead and like and comment and subscribe on YouTube, and that is QueenKe 2008. And look on my website on queenkey.com. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
What up, Royals? This your girl, QueenKe. If this is your first time, welcome. For those of you coming back, thank you. Please tell your friends so they can be a part of royalty. Check out the socials, QueenKe 2008 on all platforms, and that's QueenKe 2008. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't be stank. Y'all know y'all like rocking with me and all my peoples. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and visit my website as well. I appreciate you. And that's queenke.com. And again, that's queenke.com. As always, stay prosperous and stay righteous. Thank y'all.